Uh, it is a life-changing experience for me, I would say. It helped me to know more about different people, different cultures, and how it will really impact in the forthcoming years when the world gets more globalized.
Hmm.
Unless you understand different cultures, it's impossible that you do like a business will never succeed if you're doing a business. Even like yeah, when you're making friends, it doesn't your the joke that you make doesn't transfer across cultures.
Um, well, it did impact greatly my life to be able to shift in diverse cultures and to be able to adapt to those cultures, to understand. It's a lot. What I learned this year was a lot about listening. So to be able to really understand another culture by listening, by absorbing the customs there. And this helps, of course, in personal life. But the aim is of the master itself is to learn this in a business context. So, of course, culture will influence the business culture and the way things are done in different countries. So then it was interesting to shift from India to Canada, which is even more different.
Even more different,
And
yeah.
it's another context, and so that's the point. I don't think it's more about like learning specifically about India, about Canada. It's to develop this ability to be able to shift between cultures. So after this, I think we all feel more confident and to shift to other cultures and basically to be able to adapt
Okay.
to yeah.
Yeah. Even though it was a few months in Italy, it started changing my way of thinking. I started thinking in a different perspective, uh, not only about the things that was happening in India, but also how like how different are people in their way of thinking. Uh, Even you could see like even in India, different states of people think in different way, and the European way of thinking is entirely different from how Indians think, and the way people do their things, how people get their things done is entirely different.
What are the courses that you are taking right now?
Right now, I'm taking courses on banking and finance, international banking and finance. Again, it helps know more about the Canadian banking way, then about entrepreneurship, that yeah, how to develop entrepreneurial skills, and also developing soft skills. And we have classes on research, how to do research, and how to develop your researching skills, how you can succeed when you're like how research is important when you do a business.
Way of life.
Mhm. So again, completely different. The culture is a lot more direct. People will tend to tell you exactly what they think, although very politely. Everybody is very polite in Canada. And also in terms of education, it was different. It is different. I'm still experiencing it. The workload is more or less the same, but it's distributed differently. So in Italy and India, we would tend to study more during the semester and then have a final exam. And whereas here, assignments come on a daily basis. So we're, let's say, constantly under pressure, I would say, to submit assignments, to respect deadlines, so there is no better or worse way to face education. I think it is important to learn to adapt, to learn to get the best from each. So, for example, here in Canada, I am really learning to manage my time, to organize work, and to yeah. I know I have big assignments with further deadline, but I also know I have smaller deadlines that come on a daily basis. So it's a lot about also knowing that I have to organize all the work on time.
On time.
As of me, I think I'm already in Canada, so it's better that to understand more about Canadian environment. I would work here for some time. I do my internship. If I have the opportunity to work here for at least 1 year after completing the internship, then it would be great to know more about Canada.
Okay, and you can get work permit that will allow you to work for 1 more year, right?
Yes, yes.
And let's talk about the internship. Do you have to apply and find a job,
Mhm.
or does the Centennial College have tie-ups with universities where you can just go and work on a specific job? How does it work?
These two options are possible. Centennial, if you pay a specific amount to Centennial, they can help you find a job. You have to submit your resume and cover letter to them. They can help you, like if you're interested in a particular sector, then if you're into banking sector, they can find you a few options that you can uh, find a job into. They will help you get the contacts. So you have to do your interview and you can get selected
Okay.
in that. And if you want to find your own, like if you are interested to go your own way, then you can do that as well.
Do you have any advice for students who are watching this video about this program?
It's a very interesting experience, personally speaking, but it really will reflect also the future career of the students because, as you just said, there are some things that are if you're used to seeing them, then it will be actually easier to communicate with a person from a different culture. So yeah, I think this is the main strength of the master itself.
I would say go ahead and do this course. Like if you are ready, if you want to do something different from what other people are doing, want uh, understand something different, uh, get knowledge about different cultures, I would recommend